very, very long chase. So everyone did great.
But it was smooth. It was a great response.
Batter.
Everyone's touching down on the roof of the red carriage.
Could Matt be a Sock? Probably, yeah.
Copy that. Resuming
Report has been promoted.
I could see, actually, I could see Matt having, you know, Matt could be a Lannister because he's petty as fuck. But also, he'd be like a good one. You know, he'd be one of the, like, he'd be like Tyrion, you know?
No. We are not going down that path again.
Well, no, you don't need to
I'm a terrorist now, Fury. What does it matter what I do?
It's just some taser prongs in a back.
Of course it matters. You are a recovering.
So, like, wait, weapon scanners?
Right.
Which part? I flipped
Right.
so many fucking times, dude. Wait, were you in the BMW? I heard someone screaming. No, I was good. I was fine.
No. Oh, where's your katana, Izzy?
I don't know. But don't worry.
We're good here.
Right, well,
Thank you, EMS. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you read Aussie stuff? Okay.
76,
Thank God.
195.
Thank you, EMS.
Such a gentleman.
I told you it was over, Miss Carrington.
Uh-huh.
Radio check.
10-2.
Once you back from head Bob, can I get a ride? Let's go.
370.
Did we catch the Hallion driver?
Holy rattle, dude. Dispatch 476 to Otto's for vehicle repair. I had 3 engine lights on during that pursuit. Was it 2 or 3? I feel like I had 3 at one point.
Dispatch 303 at 23. God, MRPD 195.
Good chase, Nodders. Had a target from the start.
7-10-7.
No crazy interference.
An hour and a half or however long it was.
It was just cool interference, you know, not a lot of crazy pits. Some successful swaps, but good parallel. Somehow Snow held on to Air 1. With this weather, it was kind of crazy, dude. Everyone did really good.
I don't know what this is, a four-wheeler?
Both sides.
I
didn't get to drink all my spicy water when it was cold. Hello, mate.
Hi.
Can I have a repair, please? Hello. Yeah, not too bad.
That's a nice car that you got.
Yeah, it's pretty nice, huh?
Yeah. It's fucked up though.
Yeah, it is. I just been in a massive pursuit.
Oh, hell yeah. Did you catch them?
Yeah, we caught the person we wanted to catch.
Fuck yeah.
When you said you had 7 spike strips, Stark, I wasn't sure how many you get.
Yeah.
I assume it was 7.
I
assume it was 7.
Can't remember now. Yeah, I think it was 6. I got through 6 spikes. I kept putting them down, and then they'd jump over them because I'd put them on a ramp.
Dispatch.
It happened too many times.
Oh yeah, take your time.
What was that, Billy?
EMS from dispatch.
Did you get the car?
Yeah, we got the call. We got a few calls, I think.
I can't help it.
Why
How bad do you
Freeway
feel
on
driving a
95
Taurus when there's a
position.
Charger right there?
Honestly,
Why didn't they
the
call
Taurus
you?
held its own in that chase. The Taurus is ridiculously quick.
No, I know that.
I'm
but
keeping up with like
Mm.
32s, 34s on straights.
Yeah.
The Charger does better in corners.
This is
It's
aggravating.
It's
as
more
well
like
in
I
opposite.
can't help it. It's just fucking hideous.
Yeah, it's ugly as hell.
Yeah.
I can't remember whether we
Maybe
got one
High
or two
Command will
cars.
approve Sir Lee's to drive Chargers. one day,
Oh,
who knows?
it's Billy. Come here.
What do you sir need for?
What vehicle did you tow? Was it the BMW?
It was the one that was sitting right over here.
Yeah.
I was sitting right
Yeah.
over there.
So the other one was like in the water, so we had to call like the
maybe
the
one day,
local
you know?
diver boys to come pick it up at a later
Oh,
date.
it went to the water.
You know what it is?
It was
Maybe if
Yeah.
you're in there one, they,
Ah,
they
okay,
just
Yeah,
that
it went
makes-
swimming.
trust you with a,
Yeah, so there was only one car in the end.
It's dark.
Yeah.
Was
I
that
mean, you're a
deck? Can I
ranger
get a ride
after all,
along?
You can be a good driver, right?
When? What did you say?
Alright, thank you.
Say, can I get a ride along?
Not right now, because there's only 14 cops on duty, but if there was more, then I would absolutely take you out.
Right around?
No, as soon as it goes lower than
I need to,
I don't know what it is.
once I'm done here, I need to go
I know
down to
that,
the
like,
city
cops
hall.
struggle to
Are
see
you
something
working here,
that's not
Billy?
but is it like
No, I don't work here.
towards like A?
Oh, okay.
Just come over here to hang out because I have no one to talk to.
Fair enough. I don't blame you.
Maybe.
Hold on.
I slip out all the time in A.
What are you looking at?
Yeah.
License plate.
I don't know.
So this is not on our system.
It's not?
No.
Hmm. I mean, I came here this morning.
Someone might have just typoed it. Let me pull it.
But the BBMC, wait, one of them was not doing pits properly, so did they have to get taught how to do it or something? I bet it was fucking Shano driving that heckin' Hellion, huh?
What car is it?
The Charger. The Dog Charger.
Right, now it's in the system.
Quite perfect. Yep, thought so. I could tell. I told you, chat. I knew it'd be an Australian, didn't I? I said the only reason my ankles got broke is because it was an Australian driving, and I was right. I see you, Billy. Chin up, mate. Yeah, chat. I'm telling you, this is an Australian. I was right. Yeah. Kick it, chat.
But apparently,
That's what you get. You didn't believe me.
a building with a parachute, so he just. Whoo. And you found him on the ground.
That he made.
I wasn't
like
on
a
scene,
whoo,
so
and then-
I'm. Medically, I do believe the noise that people make when they hit the ground is fine. Let me get the parts for you. Yeah.
Thank you.
No, I didn't. I'm sorry.
Okay. I'll just play it.
I know I pick people up from the ground.
Is it called Mad with Power?
People were hot dropped onto the crane.
Is it when I have all the power in the world? Is that what it's called? Because I just think it's just the truth.
Key on scene. His off-road vehicle. He's trying to lure me away, but I'm sticking in the house.
Nope. Okay, Crane was on for 2 seconds. Now he's gone. Don't test me, Chiharu. Don't do it. Honestly, playing The Last of Us over the past, like, I played it not yesterday, the day before. But it makes me want to do, whenever I get a PS5, I want to do like a full Last of Us playthrough at some point on stream. But I gotta wait till I get a PS5. I want to do both games back to back.
I don't really care, but
I'm hearing you didn't get tased.
You guys
just fucked
stop
up your
fucking
parachute.
rioting.
told the ranger, tell him.
Hope you stub your toe.
That,
Okay.
he tried
All right, I see how it is.
Oh, he named you by name.
Oh, did he? Oh.
He knew your name. They said lovesick.
Yes. Yeah, for good reason. Hello, Snow.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm alright. Someone's getting me car repaired.
Oh, nice. Okay. Well, so I had a call from James Hayes on an anonymous number. He's got a warrant out for his arrest at the moment. Did you see that?
The lawyer?
Yeah.
Is that for the stuff Brian was pushing?
Yes. Yeah. He wants to have a chat with us about that. He thinks that the prosecution at this point is malicious. So, yeah.
Well, I mean, we can talk when he's handed himself in, I guess.
I think that's the plan. So he said he would contact me basically. So I'm just waiting to hear back from him.
All right. Yeah. Well, I'll happily talk to him once he's in custody.
Okay. Sounds good. What else?
What happened earlier with the I heard your comment about SCU.
Feedback on City Alpha.
Oh yeah. Well, I think it's okay. I don't think it was an SCU issue, but apparently people have info on this from like a year ago, and it was never really acted on. So.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yes. What do we know? Are you gonna use it or not?
I just said SCU because I'm a dick, so I apologize for that.
That's all right.
But well, I don't really want to look at info from a year ago.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Old. So I'm just gonna start fresh. There is a report that Odessa told me about that is something from this month, or from March, I should say, actually, with Harry Brown and forcing someone to do a load of cocaine, and there were boats involved, but I don't think it's related.
Oh my God.
I put it as potentially pertinent, but I doubt it. Maybe Harry would be a person of interest for cocaine, but we're still not 100% that this shit is cocaine, so
yeah.
I don't even know. I don't really want to go down that route just yet.
I'm happy to play it slow.
Exactly what it is. Yeah. What we need to do, like, I definitely need to make sure that all departments and all time zones are patrolling up that freeway. And if they find anything, then, you know, we need to try and, I think maybe not until, until after we've spoken to Crane to get some kind of legislation, maybe, because I don't want them to go chasing people and then we find out it's illegal and then everything's fruit of the poisonous tree.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I agree.
I don't want that. So yeah, I'll send an email to Crane as well and see if I can catch up with him at some point. I just don't want to conflict him because he might want to take it, you know.
Okay, yeah, makes sense. If you're going to be at the meeting, make sure you make an announcement at the meeting about that, and I'll put it on the bulletin board too.
All right, sound. Okay, thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it.
That's all.
Cheers, then. Bye, Mom.
Hope your milk goes up and you have to get new milk. That's the worst thing I've seen so far. Hope your tea gets cold quicker than usual. I've never seen you guys so toxic before. I thought I conjured a good chat.
Oh, actually, Con, I'm gonna put a packet in your glove box, okay?
Thank you very much. Actually, you just drop the repair kit so I can have it in my pockets.
Just unlock your car so I can finish waxing it.
Harry,
Once it won't be clean for you.
The lock's not. There we go.
Here is your packet.
I'll be back.
Thank you very much. Wait, is that the right one?
Good to go. Yep.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, no.
All right, perfect. Thank you. Bye, everybody. Call 911 if you need one. Need one.
Have a great day. Have a great day.
Fuck. It's your fault, Sonny.
I didn't see anything.
I'm so disgusted by you. I had to drive away.
310-8.
Okay.
What the fuck, Buck? What the fuck? Good timeout. Timed out for 69 seconds. Hey, boom.
Oh, those are really good spikes, dude.
Thank you, Copper.
495-41.
Hey, night.
Hello.
Hey, Brian.
I mentioned this to Tessa. You're going to get a lot of complaints this week.
Why?
Because half the goddamn law enforcement is corrupt.
How?
I need I need to pick you up.
Oh, okay.
I need to debrief you on a number of things that happened yesterday night. It's people died. People are on witness tampering. It's pretty bad.
Okay. Do you want to do that now?
Yeah. If I could pick you up at Mission Row, I'll try to keep it to like 10 minutes, like high-level summary, just so you know you're aware.
Dispatcher 1576.
Okay. I'll meet you at front.
All right. See you right there.
General, looking for a grey Massacro. Echo.
It's hard.
Hey, Crystal.
Good work as always.
You too, Crystal. Okay, what's going on?
Let's go somewhere a little bit more private. Oh, Jesus. I don't think I've seen it rain this hard in a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while.
This city's fucked dark.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. But you're on about the police, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you some things. I've relayed some of it to Tessa. Most of this is gonna go to Soze. He's asked as much. I'm even transparently being a little careful with Bass. Not because in any way that he's corrupt or nothing like that.
Really?
That's my best friend. Just some details slip his mind sometimes.
Okay.
Up here should be pretty good. I'm trying to be as transparent as I can as to what I'm doing so it doesn't come out from left field. Oh
Understood.
my Jesus.
You can do it.
I didn't expect it to be this steep.
Oh my God.
Dark, put your hands in the air.
Why?
Put them up now.
No.
God damn it. I was hoping you would play with that. Listen. Dark, there's a... You didn't get scared even for a second?
No. No, not really. I was kind of hoping you'd do it so I'd shoot you in the head for killing my son.
I'm going to be skipping over some of the more...
I didn't say that out loud,
like the minor details for sake of time. But any questions or you want to dive deeper into some of those things, feel free to ask. Obviously, you've probably heard my feelings about there being individuals that are working a little too closely and divulging information related to investigations to people, either because frankly they're just shit officers and don't know how to keep their mouth shut, or on the flip side they're doing it because they have like a personal reason, right? Like something to gain. Someone's their friend, someone's family. It's one of those two sort of extremes. Either they're an idiot or they are the definition of corrupt. The sort of corruption that I think often gets swept under the rug. And I say that in that, you know, people have ocean dump people, right? That's like a blatant crime. We had a sheriff that took a shitload of money for his own personal gain in gambling. That's corruption, but it was blatant. Now, I'm not in any way trying to suggest that those were not crimes and that wasn't corruption, but those things stand out, and it's very difficult for anyone to stand by that individual side and be like, hey, you did nothing wrong. But I think there's the flip side, which is the other kind of corruption that sort of can easily be stated as, well, I didn't know, or someone does some action and no one will ever know. But those actions, that irresponsibility, that lack of awareness, despite the training we've received, leads to people dying, getting hurt, and whatnot. I tend to take that more egregiously simply because with the way our DOJ system works, and I don't mean the DOJ as a whole, just the entire process, it's very difficult to do anything about it.
No, you're not wrong.
We prepped up the Psy Carter terrorism case. It's going to be tomorrow night, or we thought it was. I had Reggie come speak to me for the nth time, fishing for information, claiming he's playing chess, etc. All the while he's trying to suck every little detail out and complain when are the charges going up on the docket. That conversation, he told me he's got a bar license now. Nothing wrong with that, whatever. I'm not really bothered by him too much, but I'm going to tell you why this is relevant. During said process, it became clear to me that he has been in communication with Simone for quite some time, beyond the scope of what a legal aid would require of him, and he has inherently, by the definition of the law, been harboring a fugitive. Now, I have no intention to press those charges unless I need to, and I want you to keep that in the back of your mind as you hear the rest of what I'm about to say. I was able to, while working Cy Carter case, I got Reed Dankleaf in custody. Well, someone else did, and I brought him into interrogation. I was able to, through the phone logs, actually conclude that Reed Dankleaf, member of the Diamond Dogs, the only guy that's outside of prison, Lizzie and Cy are currently, waiting for their trial tomorrow, had made direct contact with Michael Simone. He made a phone call prior to the Lang assassination attempt. Immediately following, from the same GPS locations that Reed was standing at and Michael Simone was standing at, a burner phone calls. The same number we suspected to be Michael. There's enough circumstantial evidence and cause that we've now added Michael and Nick as witnesses to tomorrow's trial. I plan to arrest Michael there tomorrow, or he's going to end up getting failure to appear. Either way, it works in our favor. Now, you might be wondering, well, where the fuck am I going with this? The entire premise of that terrorism case is that the Diamond Dogs have been working for Nick Simone. But we didn't have much other than, just because I know it's happening, didn't mean I could prove it too well up until yesterday and that phone call. It gets worse. Yesterday evening, Alexander Blake died.
Yeah, I heard.
The killer is a serial killer currently in prison. I'm going to be talking to Anita, the lead, tonight. I emailed her yesterday evening. So while I was there at the morgue, I end up receiving I get called down. Juno called me. She's like, oh my God, like, you know, can you help or whatever? I'm like, all right. Okay, I'll go, I'll come down to, there's like 4 cops on duty, right? So we come up with a plan. I blast the bitch in the head. She had a DOC hostage, guy named Levy. So he's threatening to kill her unless Alexander's fiance, Aaron Carter, came up there. We weren't going to allow that to happen. We created a scenario where Juno was going to be dressed up or whatever. Turns out she only had a taser, so I shot her right in the dome.
Fine.
I stick around to help collect evidence. Apparently, no one likes to look for evidence because people saw some some fucking bloody footsteps. That's it. I keep looking. I end up finding out that there's an entire fucking bookcase stash hidden away where all the fucking stolen gear was sitting in prison. I'm now half exhausted. Mind you, I've been up for 10 hours. I've thrown Hardcastle into prison earlier in the day. I went to court over Hayes, taking his bar license, etc. I'm fucking cooked here, Dark, all right?
Yeah, sounds like it.
And now I'm pissed because ain't nobody fucking looking around for any evidence over this, despite there being bloody footprints, and wondering, man, I wonder where those started. So now I'm walking out, last guy out of the prison, and there is the serial killer and Levi, the DOC, in on cuffs, like he's holding her. And so, you know, I like to talk to people, and I'm like, hey, why the fuck did you do what you did? Little bit of icebreaker. Fuck you, you're a crazy serial killer bitch. I ask her what her name is. She asks me who I am. She says, oh, I've heard your name. You're the guy looking into the Simones. I'm like, yeah. All right, so what? Not really true, right? Or like, you know, they're not at the front of my agenda. They are now, but, you know, I've had other shit on my plate. But whatever. She then goes on to tell me that the Simones actually have been behind some of this, including the murder of Alexander Blake. Now, I'm not one to take the word of a serial killer. It's fucking dumb, right? Her testimony holds nothing in court. And if anything, she'd be sending me down a series of rabbit holes. But she goes on to give 3 critical pieces of information that very few people know. And all 3 are accurate. She claims she was given a burner phone. She claims she was given a Python. She claims insider information in regards to the hospital. So now all of a sudden I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Number one, how do you know this? And even if it's like hearsay, right? It's not like 2 out of 3 of what she said of these critical things were accurate and 1 was inaccurate. Like, this was fucking on the nose. So I'm like, all right, I need to hear her out. I bring her to interrogation over in the little skate park, to where I tend to bring people, right? It's an open area, very difficult for anyone to snipe. I started recording, and she begins to divulge that Nick and Bunny, so she had kidnapped Alexander Blake, and Bunny and Nick convinced her to continue holding him. And the condition was, and continue torturing him. And Nick then provided her with the burners and the pythons. There's phone call logs that can correlate all of this. Now, we were working out a deal when all of a sudden I get a phone call from Juno, bless her heart, sticking around, right? Not leaving me alone. Like, you know, she stuck around.
Yeah.
You know, I thought it was going to be the only. And she notifies me that dumbass Levi had just tweeted out a photograph of the 3 of us in interrogation.
Oh my God.
Yup. Me. Whatever the fuck her name is. Name's escaping me right now. And Siobhan Fitzpatrick, who's the acting attorney. He tweets it out and it gets retweeted by Mayflower. I run on over and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? You dumb. Like, I'm literally, I'm so livid. I can't even like perceive how stupid it is. Like literally it's kill her now was what that photo was, right?
Yeah.
He's on the phone. I threatened to shoot him and tell him to get the fuck down. I believe I was justified given the circumstances. I wasn't going to actually shoot him. He's freaking out. I throw him in cuffs. I tell him he's currently under arrest. I implore exigent circumstances due to the imminent threat to that woman's life. And don't get me wrong, I'm not sympathizing for this chick, but like we can't just let motherfuckers get murdered in prison either. He was last on the phone with Mayflowers, a serial killer, that he later states that he is friends with. Who works with this Simone?
Wait, Mayflowers does?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay.
We file for a hut. He's currently in for witness tampering. That DOC warden came in. He agreed with everything, and he fired him on the spot.
Fantastic.
Interrogation continues. She's very open about it. Now, bear in mind, she's facing the death penalty. I convinced the warden that has her own cell block now, because now her life is in danger. She's going to be maintaining a journal, and every so often giving it to the warden to keep aside. I trust the warden. In fact, I was going to hire him to the PD, but he's very much wants to make the DOC a better place, and he understands that there's corruption there. He's been very cooperative for some time. He also understands that he might have some dumbasses working for him. I then convince her, man, I need to know, give me a second. What the fuck is her name?
Is it Anastasia?
Yes, Anastasia. That she divulges an entire storyline with locations, when phone calls were made, that when I get her phone subpoenas, I mean, they're either going to corroborate what she said or they don't. But obviously that's not enough, right? She has photos of Nick Bunny meeting with her. And I convince her that it is in her best interest to cooperate. And the lawyer, Fitzpatrick, I convinced her that she needs to take a plea and fully cooperate with law enforcement. While obviously, at no point would we... first off, I made it very clear that it's not going to be my call, right? It's not my case.
Sure.
But it is in her best interest and for her own safety for her to provide this information so I can actually do something about it. Like put these guys behind bars before they can murder her.
Makes sense. Are you working with Bundy on this at all?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, he was asking for this stuff this morning.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be linking with him. I purposely kept it off the radar. Some of it. And number one, the DOC problem. Number two, Serge Cross, I told Libby this, informed Michael Simone, who he met with, by the way.
He met with Michael Simone?
Yep.
Why?
Because he's a dumbass and he's corrupt.
Okay.
We've been telling, like, Soze's director, I've already emailed Soze. He's firing anyone that does dumb shit like that, just on the spot. So after, it was, this would be yesterday early morning. He, for whatever reason, completely unrelated to the case, whatever the fuck, this is what I'm talking about with Reggie and Michael, what they're doing. They're garnering sympathy, and because There, people in the department think for their own selves and not like, I don't know how to put this. I'm not trying to be a dick, but if you're a law enforcement officer, end goal should be limiting life, right? Not trying to like fucking drink tea from a fire hose. So this dumbass goes and meets Michael Simone.
I haven't heard anybody say that before.
And in the very same, and this is how I know he did this. There's like 4 people that know that Mike know the information. I'm the only one with the subpoenas right now. But there's 4 people that know that he's been specifically renting a particular car. There's 4 people that particularly know that there's 3 common locations that Michael Simone has been in. We had been planning. Yesterday morning, we were going to start planning on some operations to suss him out. And it was that same morning, he met with Michael and presumably Reggie alongside him. And Michael, out of the blue, decides he's no longer going to be renting vehicles.
Okay, yeah.
And he's going to go into hiding. Now, I don't know what Cross's angle is. But the man's done. I mean, this guy was like fucking, like doing dirt, like fucking boosting cars or some shit. Like, I mean, I look. I'm gonna be frank with you. Like, some motherfuckers don't deserve a second chance. Now, I did, like I said, I did talk to Libby. I don't know what the plan is, but I'd be shocked if he doesn't end up getting fired. But it doesn't end there. It doesn't end there.
What else could you possibly say to it?
Brother, I was up 15 hours yesterday. Docket postings, fucking interrogations. And then it's like every time I turn around, it'd be some dumbass running their mouth. It's crazy. It's crazy. Well, Bunny and Nick, the board of directors of the hospital.
Yeah.
Right? That's pretty damning. And then that DOC member. Now, I don't know if I'm going to get enough, right? It's very difficult in the city because I was thinking about the format, right? I was thinking about pushing out Cy Carter's court case. Now, bear in mind, tonight we're going to have a pre-trial motion because I'm trying to get Nick, trying to get Michael on the stand, get them to state things under testimony, right? That are going to be related to other cases. There's going to be a number of cases spiraling out of this. And I'm trying to be like systematic about it. I came to the realization, now keep in mind, if we can prove, if there's a pattern here, right? Nick, the Simones put Cy Carter behind the attempted assassination of Mayor Lang Buddha.
Right.
And they also contracted a serial killer to go after Alexander Blake, someone they didn't like. Alexander Blake has been very opposing to Nick's views on how the hospital should be run. Alexander has been the best doctor for the past like 3 years to the PD. Keep in mind. That man's not dirty at all. He's the guy that was fired doctors for doing dumb shit. Like there was a doctor that was trying to rip out a dead person's heart and put it into Cleo Shaw. And he actually fired them. While the others were like, oh my God, but it's just a heart. And it's like, no, dumbass, she's gonna fucking die. So that's a pattern, right? But the thing is, the format of court cases do not allow. In other cities, you'd have a number of cases that would lead up to it, but we're dealing with like 60-day statutes, and ain't nobody going through like 5 days of court cases. You get where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
So, but anyways, this is all high level. There's other things that occurred yesterday, but the first thing I need to do this morning is actually sit down and jot it all down. But I want to give you kind of a high level because I fully expect you're going to get a lot of angry phone calls. Not authentically angry, but rather whatever it takes to stop me.
Yeah, I mean, about a week or so, or maybe 2 weeks now, I had a conversation with Reggie Mate about you and his concerns about you. I didn't take any merit to it, to be honest, because, you know, I haven't particularly seen you do anything wrong police work-wise. He was calling you emotional and too invested in the case.
A what? A mufflet? Oh, wait, what?
No, he was calling you too emotionally invested in the case.
What? Isn't that a good thing? I'm not... What? That's interesting.
And then my statement was that I think everybody in the PD is involved in some capacity with this case. Everybody's like, the scars on my face are from Michael Simone giving Gunner a bomb. You're not going to find an officer who isn't emotionally involved in this case.
Yeah, that was more or less our conversation yesterday. I've been recording all my interrogations with Reggie.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna press charges against him, but shit's getting dirty there, Dark. And I've been playing exceptionally nice. I mean, take Hayes, for example. I gave him every opportunity for me not to go after him, and he pressed it, and I pushed evidence tampering and felony obstruction on him yesterday.
Oh yeah, what happened with that, Brian? Didn't we have a conversation about that to wash our hands?
I didn't want to do it, but this dumbass kept pushing shit. So now all of a sudden it became the credibility of the UPD, etc. And there's been a series of things, Dark, lately where I'm like, you know what? Our investigations get way too much wrenches thrown in them over small shit, right? Where there's charges being pressed that, hey, you didn't press charges, we're gonna charge you. So like, you know, I'm like, I took a moment and I'm like, why don't I apply how I operate on patrol on investigations? Which is, you know, you pull someone over that's speeding, yell, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? You're gonna run over somebody. You give them that stern warning. But if they press and they're like, for what? And they decide to flee, well, then you charge them and you give them the long dick of the law. And what that does is it sets an expectation that, you know, you're in our goddamn house. We protect this city. And if you're going to question
I'll be honest,
what the lines are between...
I hate agreeing with Brian. If you understand
what you did was wrong, so be it, you know? You got it. But if you're going to fuck around and play games and think nothing's going to happen, you're just going to keep on doing it again. So fuck them.
Okay, fair enough. I don't disagree. Okay, and what's Sozo's view on all this? You said he wants people fired.
That was the energy he brought on Saturday. He told me to keep him informed. He told me to keep the information tight. I'm going to start even on some of our veterans officers who are quote unquote helping. And I'm not trying to be a dick here, Dark, but if reports and notations and timestamps are being taken, you're wasting my time asking for tea. And number two, you're being counterproductive. So I'm going to start setting those expectations as well. There's been a lot of all-stars that have come through. Dan, he does dumb shit, but he was an all-star yesterday. Juno, stepping it up. Maya, please hire her. She is the best up-and-coming officer in the entire UPD.
I'm trying, but you know what you should do? You should tell Sosei that, Brian.
I'll let him know.
Yeah.
She's gotten a bad rap because she's filling a gap that we desperately need, which is an officer who thinks critically, logically, and from a prosecutorial perspective. That entire Cy Carter case, she's like, I'm only giving guidance and giving feedback. She's been fucking clutching it up.
Yeah, I've heard about some like basic patrol issues with Maya, but everything from that standpoint, she's been fantastic.
Patrol is something that I can directly help her with.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a little selfish. I don't know who else to trust to actually do the work. That's the problem. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I get what you're saying. It's a big case. You've got to get the best people.
Not even the best, Dark. I just need people that are willing to like write shit down and do the heavy lifting. Like, write a subpoena, look through the actual subpoena itself, note down important facts. That's the hardest bit. But anyways.
Well, yeah. Okay. Is there anybody I need to keep an eye out for in LSPD for this dumb stuff you're on about?
Luckily, I don't believe that's the case. I'm mildly concerned about Snow. I trust him, but he is an addict for tea, and he does get defensive when I bring it up. So I don't want to press him too hard because I do like Snow. But I'm only mentioning this in that he loves his tea. Tea, however, fucks everyone else that's hitting the streets.
I think I get what you're saying. Yeah.
And my primary concern, and I am going to bring this up to him today, is that he claimed that he was writing all these meeting notes down, and he didn't even remember dates or times, which means he didn't write anything down. I think the thing is he's still operating on the old, where back in the day, learning what might be happening was valuable, but that doesn't work today. I got this information at this day, at this time, otherwise it's useless. But I'm going to try my best to try to get him, because I think he can get there. It's just I have to get through to him. Does that make sense? But
yeah.
let me talk to him. I don't want what I just said to turn into a bigger deal, because he's one of the few good cops left.
No, he is. He's fantastic. And I will just say about, I think it was Saturday with that whole Simone meeting. He was definitely, he didn't want to do anything without you.
Yeah, he means well, which is the most important thing to me, like intention, and I think his intentions are very good. I'm just kind of letting you know in case our conversation goes south, which I don't think it will, but
I don't think it will. Yeah, but I appreciate it.
I'll try to keep you up to date as much as I can. Like I said, it's like drinking like a fire hose.
Listen, the only thing I want to know is if there's anybody being corrupt. That's the big thing. So any names you get, obviously, if Soze wants it just to him, then that's fair enough.
Hang tight. Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, what up?
Hello.
Hey, who's that?
Marcus Gatlin.
Oh, what up, Marcus? How have you been?
What up? I'm chilling, honestly. How about you?
Not too much. Fucking S+ boosts all day. All these fucking wall hopping motherfuckers, you know?
Wall hopping?
Yeah, you know, motherfuckers who jump over a wall.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, get on a motorbike, all that kind of dumb shit.
Cringe.
We lost like 2 just now.
Jesus.
Yeah. So I'm just kind of pissed. I'm gonna go, I don't know, probably go down to the south side, see what the fuck is going on down there.
Easy. All right, well, be safe.
Yeah, you too. I have no idea who the fuck that is.
Me neither.
I'm somewhat paranoid at this stage. I am just dumbfounded at the shit I learned yesterday. It's just, you get, like, even if 50% of this is true, it's just, like, what the hell are people thinking?
Yeah, the cost thing especially concerns me. Is that something you're going to be looking into and talking to him about, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna probably bring him into interrogation. The problem is that what makes this a lot more complicated there, Dark, is there is now like what was a Cold War has now turned violent.
Yes.
It looks like Seaside and like Hydra are going at it. Jenny apparently there was in Parsons and the shit went down. I didn't have a chance to look into those details.
The fuck?
Yeah. I was there was a report. There was a 911 about something about Parsons. There was a report. It wasn't filled out. It referenced Jenny, and then during the bench trial, it got delayed. And Siobhan told me afterwards it's because she had to get someone out of Parsons. So I don't know the details of that, but listen, she's a target. I mean, with all due respect to her,
100%.
she is a victim, but she's done stupid things, and unfortunately her name's all like, if these motherfuckers are hunting, they're gonna dig up her relationship really quickly. These motherfuckers don't need subpoenas. They just take a fucking handcuffs and check people's phone. And it's rather clear at this stage there's a target, and I'm kind of a little conflicted to a degree, because it's kind of like, okay, there's a lot of victims, but there's a lot of aggressors that are also, you get what, I don't know. It's, shit's fucked, Dark.
Yeah, it sounds like a mess. Okay, well, no, I appreciate being filled in. I don't envy you for what you're having to do here, so just let me know if, I know I always say this, but if there is anything I can do or people I can give you to help with the case, then let me know. And obviously, if I can be filled in about the Sozo stuff or the people for the Sozo stuff, let me know. Otherwise, just yeah,
Will do. I'll give you little debriefs as soon as possible.
Yeah.
But primarily, I'm gonna try to groom some officers to a little bit at a time and function that way, I think is what I'm thinking. And it may not mean the best results right away for the first handful of cases, but I think it's going to pay dividends in the long term.
No, I like that. Just you obviously know what you're doing, so yeah, get us some good ones in LSPD, please, Brian.
Yep, will do.
All right, thank you.
Might need to poach some.
Oh god. Yeah, Billy.
You're gonna be mad.
Uh-oh. What?
Come with me. I'll show you.
Looking again.
Hold on, it's 78 cool, I gotta go.
He's on the
Sorry,
off-ramp
Billy.
for Elgin. He's reversing over the overpass.
If they start shooting
Continuing
at
left.
officers here, we should open fire on the main vehicle as well. My
Copy
opinion.
that. We still got it at North Calais, holding comms though.
This is the thing, chat.
And
It's
also
so
that
hard
person
for me
colors are-
because, like, Brian
They already made their
clearly
intentions clear. They
is
aimed
very
a gun
good at
me
what
if
he
I get
does.
shot, but they couldn't.
Or North Laporta.
But in character, obviously, Dark is so sus of everything he does. Because of the things, you know.
He's still Pero. U-turning oncoming lanes going west. This white Subaru is missing a door. They're underneath, they're going east now.
Cannoli, do you want us to keep chasing this or come back to main?
It looks like they're going to the tunnel.
One time's occupied. I wouldn't chase that in.
Yeah, I would not do that, Stubble.
Target car, eastbound Lindsay Circus, left north and Reno.
Everyone's coming back to target.
Come back on the targets now.
Everyone's 45.
Kerblin covered Ellie on Strawberry side in between the rental alleyways when north and Strawberry used to be. They're circling me. We have two officers over here. Do you want me to let go of this 95 because they're circling?
No, don't let go of the 95.
For purple and colored Ellie going southbound Strawberry.
Everyone's going to Brandon.
They're circling northbound Strawberry. Come back.
Haley, hit your panic button.
Individuals continuing southbound Strawberry Avenue. They headed towards the VU, left the area.
I go around the other side, Haley.
Dropping two shooters on the roof.
that.
Oh, status. Status of them calling.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Brandon,
we need.
We're currently in between the rental
We need this
alleyways
emote.
and
I need a
Strawberry.
stamp of approval.
Squeeze. I have 195 purple follower involved in bus block. Ellie
You've
and
got-
White Spoon on that.
You've got 3 officers on the building directly above you covering, okay?
Done for.
Hey, DuPont, I'm gonna go down there. I don't have a shot up here.
Okay.
No, I need you to run that 78 scene. We're gonna stick on the target car.
Yes, sir. I can do that. No problem. Who's mobile on AM's app? Is it you, Stubbs?
365.
Alright, if you stay mobile, who else is here? Was that 365? Get him with Brandon on the ground, please.
Heavy traffic can only watch out.
Generally, how many units do you have?
3.
Be advised, we have 7 units for 95.
Yes, sir. I'm
Right, King, you can go 365, you can go get involved in the chase, go parallel for them, and then we should have enough units on both this time.
Drop it out.
Or do you need 121? Go to the 80.
Oh, but that was you who fell off the roof.
Yeah.
You're great.
Check that radio frequency real quick.
He's going north. Gonna
You
wrap back
guys-
to Adventure Boulevard.
Keep comms on the main. We're good on scene right now. We don't really need to stay
Oh,
here
what the
anymore.
fuck is that?
Taking the
Keep going
jump
up, Fury.
for freeway.
Look, you don't have
Look at
to.
status.
It's okay.
North of Palomino Freeway.
We got the drafter jumping on Palomino right behind you, Fury.
U-turn, taking the exit for Del Perro or Elysian. Right, north from Del Perro Freeway.
All I'm saying is, if I have to, I'm going inside Brian's building. I don't know what
Okay,
building
Alan
that's
just pulled out in
called.
front of me at 100 miles an hour. I'm gonna fucking shoot it.
Say they pulled out in front of you?
Yeah,
Fury?
10 for it.
Fury's down. Fury is down.
Okay, 20? That's a 78, guys.
It's on the off ramp from Elysian Fields to Del Perro. He's down. I have the Ellie. I'm unsure if this is the one that opened fire. Yeah, they're opening fire from the vehicle. Del Perro Freeway West.
Alright.
It's a white in color LG Retro and the purple Ellie. I still have eyes. I'm gonna pretend that I'm
Sorry,
dead.
I was
pretending
on
that I'm
the
dead. They're
radio.
westbound on the
What's going
La
on?
Puerta Freeway exit. The drafter's shooting as well.
How long has this guy
I'm gonna go
been here,
down
Brandon?
Drafter southbound La Puerta.
5 minutes approximately.
Subaru
Waiting
southbound La
taken.
Puerta oncoming lanes and the Ellie southbound La Puerta oncoming lanes.
Are we waiting for medical or anything?
Alright, everyone's clear to shoot back from the vehicles
Okay, sir. Retained over
Purple
my vehicle.
Ellie,
Okay, sir.
White Subaru or LG Retro, and the 8F Drafter, all
Eyes
shot
on,
from the
they're
vehicles.
stopping, break, they're stopping on the freeway. They're out of their vehicles on the freeway. Right next to red and white garage. Out of the purple Ellie's. On foot, white car, getting out on foot as well. Get cover, guys. Drafter is also here. Whoever's in that, Lovesick, if that's you, you gotta back off, dude, unless you're down already. He's pushing you. Yeah, you're down. Okay.
Couple, we're moving the guy. We're moving him. Yeah, we're moving him.
Down. Lovesick is down. I've still got 3 vehicles up on